Hey guys, Dave Anderson here, Helicool's Helipad. Hey, last time on this 4-part series, we got the new differential, the 307 differential, ready to go into the pumpkin housing. So let's get ready to finish this thing up, shall we? Come on along for the ride. Stay tuned. This is black, and I'm going to need to put it around each of these because these are wet holes. They go all the way through, and so I'm going to need to go around plus in between. And I'm going to put it on the housing here because the other part we'll be wrestling with, and we don't want it all over our hands so much as we want it on here, and we don't want to wipe a part off. So it's best just to put it on here and not on the gear set.
Okay, so we're gonna want to stick this in there and put that right up there.
Okay.
And it looks to me like that housing's made so you can't put this on backwards. Okay. It'll be a tight fit over there.
Yeah. Should I get on the other side? Because I'm like right in the center.
You know. I'll let you operate this end while I operate this end.
Okay.
Okay, let's go up. Go back some more. Okay, keep going. Fold it. Okay, go ahead and let that down.
Let it down, all right.
Yeah, let's put it back under there just enough to hold it up. I'm struggling with it a bit.
It's turned just a little bit to the right.
Okay. Is that better?
A little bit more. Okay, you're pretty dang close. I think you probably need to go up just a little bit right about there.
Okay, is our air wrench rigged up?
Air wrench is coming up. There we go.
Okay, now we can let it down. I thought it went in there. It did. What do you think of that?
Beautiful.
Look what you did.
Aww. All of that RTV. So what I'm gonna do, now that we have 2 bolts in, I'm gonna take some of this black RTV, go around the threads, and start putting them in. That's one. Let's get the others. It's time for a recap. Oh yeah.
So this diagram, we're going to do the Sean Filner pointing thing here.
Yeah.
Explains the other method for setting the preload on the carrier. Remember I said used bearings, you preload at 1 notch. New bearings, you go 2 notches. Since this is new, we went 2 notches. But if you want to check this with a caliper, you can also set this with a caliper by measuring these X and Y. If you put too much preload on it, it won't hurt the bearings, but this will be too wide to get in the register in the back of the housing. and you'll be mad as hell trying to put this thing in because it won't fit.
And you'll fight it forever.
And fortunately, we must have done it right because it went in way faster than normal.
Went in beautiful.
There's a couple of different glues you can use to put these in. Anaerobic sealer is fine, either 515, which is this, or 518, which is this, or regular old good quality RTV works just fine. I actually prefer this. It's easier to get off because this stuff is like, sets up like concrete after a few years.
Yes, it does.
And it's expensive. And RTV does the job just fine.
All right, these get torqued to 96 pounds. Foot-pounds. I'm next. Yep. Few more to go.
Well, where'd it go? What's here?
I don't know.
Did I pick it up, put it away?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I can't imagine.
Yeah?
You did.
Yeah.
Hey, man. That's going to be on the blooper reel. Oh. Thank you.
Well, I hate laying in tools when I'm trying to work.
Now, I know I've had this off before because I've checked the oil level. So it is beautiful, coming off like it's supposed to. Clean as a whistle. All right, time to get this oil back up in here. All right. There we go. All right, let's start pumping away. Pro tip. If you clean these up really well, and you clean these up really well, with a little bit of anti-seize, you can pretty much take care of those, pop them out with your fingers, pretty much. There's your pro tip. All right, so I have about a gallon and a half of oil inside of here, and I'm just going to rotate it around a little bit. Let me show you. Get it all nice and lubed. You don't have to pre-lube so long as you're doing this. All right, time to stick the axles in.
Gotta find one that fits first.
My technique is I just push down right here. And okay, it's almost close.
One of us might have to turn the pinion. Push on that while I turn this.
There it goes.
Nothing to it. Even I can do it.
Little RTV, including some on the threads, and it's back on. All right, now that both axles are in, and just a note, if you can't get that one in, just jack it up, turn the wheel, and hopefully it'll go right in. All right, I'm gonna finish putting the oil into the rear axle. All right, once you got things lined up, you can pound it in. Recommend that, especially if you have one of these older gear sets, that you run a tap down it, because it's probably going to be rusty like we found out. Really hard to get these bolts in. And then of course, don't forget to put the Zerk fittings back in. Yeah, try it in there. There it is. Well, that about ties up that rear differential and the locker. Now we did go back and lube all of the drive shafts after we were done, just to make sure that everything was good to go. Lubed all the little places that we can kind of find everywhere. But that will be at the end of the next series, which is coming up. And that series is going to be how to do the front differential. Whoo! There is a lot involved with that. I don't think I've ever had Malachi so torn apart as when we were doing the fronts. You guys stay tuned for that series. You're not going to want to miss it. Hey, if you're really enjoying this series, give a like to it and maybe even think about subscribing. If you have a question, make a comment. There's always folks on here that are interested in answering questions. I'm not just the only one. Maybe this is not my wheelhouse, but I will see if I can answer the questions that you might have. But there's other folks that read these comments and they get information out of it too. So don't be afraid, don't be a lurker and just watch the video and not do anything. You can at least click the like button, I'd appreciate it. And I tell you what, if 10 people would click on that like button tomorrow, I will literally have a second cup of coffee. So until then, I'm Dave Anderson signing out. You guys be safe out there and God bless.